welcome back to Hollywood Pulse. Appreciate all the support y'all been showing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single drop. He really pulled out actual guns in his new music video and took it way too far, threatening Kendrick Lamar like he's some kind of street legend. But guess who wasn't impressed? Pusha T came swinging and dragged Drake for playing tough. We all thought Drake learned his lesson after getting bodied by Kendrick. But nope, it's 2025 and Drake's out here throwing fake gangster threats like it's a movie. But let's be real, who's he fooling? Dude's out here acting like a mob boss on camera, but behind the scenes, he's filing lawsuits against his own label for ruining his reputation after he flopped in the beef.
But you in the video surrounded by a bunch of choppers. You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Oh my God.
You the Toronto trigger squeezer now.
Drake doesn't just not understand black culture, he doesn't understand any culture, because why does he have a video where he's got a bunch of guns laid out in front of him? Like he's got, mob ties, but he's currently trying to deal with that problem in court.
Fans were roasting him nonstop. The internet had no mercy, calling out the tough guy Drake act while he's crying in court. Still, nobody lit him up like Pusha T did. With the first Clips album in 15 years finally dropping, yeah, the same one with a Kendrick collab that Def Jam allegedly tried to pull, Pusha T used the moment to send a cold message, and trust, it hit hard. He posted on IG, "Can't nothing stop this?" Great. The lies are very telling. The people will never believe these smear campaigns. That wasn't just shade, that was a direct shot. Pusha didn't need to drop names. Everyone knew who he meant, especially since his post came right after it leaked that Drake had been paying off pages to trash the Clips album, even ones that never heard a single track.
We're not in your mix. We're not in your mix, ever. We never want to be in your mix. We don't want.
We don't want to party with you.
We don't want to party with you. We don't want anything from you. Half the time we don't even like your makeup. So it's like.
Now that's desperate, and it gets deeper. PCIA is spilling all the behind-the-scenes mess about who really tried to sabotage Clips' comeback, and how it all ties right back to Drake and those wild threats toward Kendrick. Drake's stans been flooding social media for weeks now, doing everything they can to drag Clips through the mud. They keep screaming that Clips is washed up, irrelevant, and nobody's checking for their comeback. One comment even said, "Clips should be ashamed for dropping the worst rap album I've ever heard. Wild." And yeah, the age shaming came quick too. These dudes pushing 50, they said, and still begging for clout. Another said, "This rollout is pathetic. Y'all really trying to hype up an album that's getting bodied by Justin Bieber, Travis Scott, and a weekend of Drake news?" Somebody even joked, "This album drop is like the opposite of a coke high." That was cold-blooded, and it didn't stop there. OVO fans went after Pusha T directly for that smear campaign post too. One post on X said, "There is no smear campaign. No one gives an F about Clips in real life. Hasn't in 4 presidents." Another added, "They're crying wolf because no one's buying tickets. Clips out here struggling to fill 20% of the venues on this tour." The shade was nonstop.
Y'all favorite Twitter pages are being paid to slander Clips the week of their album release. And I've been waiting to have a conversation with y'all like this for a little minute. So yesterday, Kirko, a famous page on Twitter, posted Clips' upcoming album, Let God Sort 'Em Out, has reportedly surfaced online days before its official release. And they turned their comments off. Now, Kirko has posted like when songs leak and stuff, but usually when big albums are about to come out or albums that people are talking about, like Hurry Up Tomorrow, for instance, The Weeknd's album leaked a couple days before the album drop, or some songs leaked at least. And they didn't necessarily post it. So I did find that weird, right?
But Push fans ain't letting it slide. They're saying all that noise from Drake's crew is just smoke to hide the fact that Drake dropped another cringy diss video. That new track, What Did I Miss, dropped over the weekend, and fans instantly called it out for what it was. More victim talk, more finger pointing. And here's the real kicker. Drake dropped it on the 1-year anniversary of Kendrick's Not Like Us. Petty or planned, either way, it backfired. People saw right through it. One fan on X said, "Drake always playing the victim. He starts the drama, then cries when it blows up in his face." Another added, "He tried to control his friends, but it backfired. You can't buy loyalty? And Drake's learning that the hard way. That poor me act ain't flying no more, especially after you wave guns in videos, diss everybody, then run to court crying about your label. At this point, fans are just fed up. With the act, the fake beef, and the constant whining, it's clear Drake thought this track would shake things up again, but it just gave the internet more ammo to roast him with. Drake is drowning in lawsuits, and the way he's acting, it's giving full-on martyr complex. Even in his latest track, What Did I Miss?, he's playing victim again. Kendrick already called this out in Euphoria, said Drake ain't built for this battle rap life. And let's not forget, Drake is currently suing his own label over those PDF accusations, claiming they let Kendrick defame him. But here's the problem. In What Did I Miss?, Drake drops one of the most questionable lines yet. He raps, "She might say no to me now, but say yes to me later." What? In any other context, that's already weird. But considering the accusations flying around, that line had people shook. After everyone was just dancing to that viral Kendrick line about him being a certified PDF file, Drake really thought this was the time to say that? But the lyrics weren't even the worst part. The music video is where things really went off the rails. Drake's in his backyard, posted up with a whole arsenal of weapons, trying to look like he's ready for war.
But, I mean, y'all don't think it's extremely corny for him to be in a video surrounded by guns?
No, absolutely it is.
Like, what?
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all don't think that's extremely corny?
Yeah. But the song, honestly, it just sounds like another good hit Drake. I mean, a good Drake hit. It don't really sound like...
I don't even know if it's. I don't even know if it's.
I wouldn't
You know
say.
what I mean?
I
Like,
wouldn't say a hit.
It don't.
It's a cool
I mean,
record.
like another Drake, like the
single.
vibe. Like, okay, cool, like a vibey single.
Why
like,
is he in the video surrounded by guns? What is the point?
Because
You want to go to war because you got the rap battle?
He said nobody cared till they in front of your tombstone. So what's up?
I'm not mad at it. I just don't love the record. It's a cool record.
you
Why
don't
is
just don't
he
love
in
it.
the video surrounded by guns?
But instead of looking tough, fans say it came off mad goofy, like cosplay for clout. Now, Charlemagne didn't hold back on the Breakfast Club either. He dragged Drake for being corny and pretending to be a shooter, said the whole act was embarrassing, and social media agreed. Folks were calling it budget action movie energy and saying Drake is trying way too hard. Now, Drake's fans tried to flip it. They said people are missing the symbolism that all the guns are pointed at him, not others. He's standing between two snipers aimed right at him, supposedly showing that he's under attack but still standing on business. That's cute, but most folks weren't buying it. Critics fired back saying it's just another way Drake's trying to poke Kendrick while pretending to be the victim. One person on X wrote, "Kendrick is a real street dude. Drake is not. He's dissing, threatening folks with guns in his video, then running to court saying he feels unsafe. This man is a clown." Another person added, "Middle of a legal war, rapping about revenge, surrounded by weapons, and then hopping on live stream talking about shooting someone. Yeah."
It was a reference to something, but I can look up the
Aubrey
reference.
Gun Graham.
Man, he really good.
AR Graham now. That's who you are now. You're AR Graham. This record would make a lot of sense if Drake hadn't said nothing for the last year and a half. If he hadn't said a word, no lawsuits, no nothing, hadn't said nothing, he just came out, what did I miss? I didn't know what y'all was on. Like, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
But you in the video surrounded by a bunch of choppers. You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Oh my God.
See, I'm just not. It's cool.
You the Toronto trigger squeezer now.
This guy's crazy.
Huh? What's going on?
You are so I know that man talk about you in therapy. You are so triggering.
Why y'all? But why, man? That's just tone deaf. You in a video surrounded by guns. You lost the rap battle. It is what it is. You got your ass handed to you for the past year and some change. Now you back with the choppers.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Y'all that's
It's
y'all
not
cool
okay.
with that.
Not a good look. That last comment came after a wild moment during Drake's live stream, where he was riding around in a box truck previewing his album Iceman. A few teenagers on bikes yelled the B word at him, quoting "not like us," and Drake actually cursed back and told them they could get shot. Fans were like, "What is this man doing?" Once again, Drake tried to look menacing and ended up looking like he's playing dress up in a rap beef he can't handle. And yeah, all this happened in Toronto, which explains why Drake suddenly flipped into that deep Toronto accent like he was trying to make a scene extra cinematic. Every move feels rehearsed now, but let's get back to Pusha T, because he's not letting up. Just days before Clips dropped their new project, Push sat down with GQ and went off. He blasted Drake for suing Universal over Not Like Us, saying, "I don't rate him no more. That suing stuff? That's beyond rap. I just don't rate you." Brutal! Push said lawsuits take the soul out of the art. Once things turn into court battles, the energy's gone. Like, why are we even doing this? He asked. But the interview got even deeper.
Fast forward to 2024.
Fast forward, yeah.
Drake and Kendrick do their thing.
Boom.
Drake files a lawsuit.
Boom.
You play them your new song with a Kendrick verse on it.
Boom.
How do they react?
Now, mind you, the energy up to that point is everybody's clamoring, oh, new album's coming, so on and so forth. Excitement, everybody's ready. Listen, we show up with the Kendrick verse, and everything's halted. Would not speak via email.
They didn't want anything in writing.
Yeah, the label would not send emails.
Nothing in writing.
Nothing in writing to my management. They would call my management, 10 times in a row, trying to get all of this, trying to, just plead their case. Now, there was nothing even to be, they didn't like the optic, in my opinion, they didn't like the optics.
Of two Drake foes teaming up.
Right.
Yeah. Did there a line they pinpointed?
Censor? They pinpointed a line where the phrase trump card was used. Right? So stupid. Like, it's like the phrase trump card was used, and they said that they didn't want any problem with Trump or something like that as well.
Unrelated to...
Yeah, unrelated.
Totally
even unrelated. Yeah, totally unrelated.
Just a Trump...
Yeah.
A Trump,
yeah.
So you felt like they were looking for something?
Of course. They were looking for...
To halt the optics.
1,000%.
Push exposed that Def Jam straight up asked him to get Kendrick to censor his verse on Chains and Whips. They were scared Kendrick would go too hard on Drake. Push wasn't having it. He said no. Then they told him to cut the whole song from the album, and he still refused. So what did Def Jam do? Drop clips from the label, just like that. They went from Def Jam to signing a new distribution deal with Roc Nation, all over one song. Push later told Elliott Wilson how Def Jam started dissecting Kendrick's bars, looking for any excuse to kill the track, and Push couldn't help but draw comparisons to 2018 when he dropped The Story of Adidon and aired out Drake for hiding his son. After that, his songs mysteriously got shelved, like someone upstairs wanted him punished for airing out Drake's business. He tried to move past it, but when Def Jam tried the same stunt over Chains and Whips, he knew he had to stand firm. And the wildest part? Def Jam told him they wanted the song cut because he said, "Trump card," claiming they didn't want smoke with Trump. But Push called it what it was, straight up cap. He said the label was trying to protect Drake because Kendrick and Push teaming up was just too dangerous for Drake's image. Too many shots in one track. Now Push tried to downplay it, saying Chains and Whips isn't even about Drake. But come on, just the title alone is a response. Drake fired shots in Churchill Downs with Jack Harlow, calling Push a middleman with plug talk and calling Kendrick a liar, then dropped Whips and Chains like a dominatrix. So yeah, the Clips track title is definitely intentional. Which brings us to the million-dollar question, what's Drake gonna do next? He's been hyping up his new album, Iceman. No date locked in yet, but he's already teasing that it's dropping this year. After getting smoked by Kendrick last year, Drake tried to play it cool, dropping that low-key R&B collab with Party Next Door and acting unbothered. But now, he's posting gun-filled videos, rapping about revenge, and threatening people in music videos like he's got something to prove. And his latest IG caption shows, he's not done talking slick. He wrote, "I grew up non-confrontational. Always treated this game like a sport where my pen won gold. But these days, the podium's hard to ignore. I know this next chapter may leave you uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity, not charity, that should answer those texts you've been sending." So yeah, Drake wants us to know he's still in this, but the question is, does he have anything left in the tank? Let us know what you think in the comments. Is Iceman gonna redeem him or just make things worse? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.